Hello again. My name is, thank you. My name is Mahdi Hajikhani. I'm from Iran, Persia. Today, it's my pleasure to explain another ancient historical attraction which is located in Iran. The name of that site called Persepolis. The name of ancient, magnificent capital of Achaemenid dynasty. It was somehow like the ceremonial capital. The name of the site, Persepolis, city of Persia, or city of Persian. Actually, Persepolis is Greek name. Shahr Parse is the original name of Persepolis, which was started to build by order of one of the most famous king called Darius the Great in 518 BC. Almost took 30 years to start and finish the Apadana Palace. Totally whole complex, because was used during the time of his son and his grandson. I'm talking about Xerxes and Artaxerxes. So took 200 years and used as the capital of Achaemenid dynasty. So let's talk about different name of Persepolis. So the original name, as I mentioned, was Shahr Parse, city of Persia. In Sassanid dynasty, around 300 years later, the name was called Sat Sutun, 100-column palace. The meaning of Sat Sutun means 100-column palace. So Sat Sutun is in Pahlavi language, which is the original language of Sassanid dynasty. Takht Jamshid is another name of this magnificent capital. Takht Jamshid means the throne of Jamshid. Jamshid is one of the Iranian legendary kings. And also, during the time of Islamic period, they called 40 column or 40 minarets, Chehel Sutun. So the column was exactly looks like the minarets of the mosque. That's why they call it 40 minarets. So most of the knowledge that we have about the Persepolis is back to the inscription, those engraved on the wall, and also the tablets that we found it in Persepolis. The land of Marvdasht, which is one of the city very close to Persepolis, including 39 districts. So the scientists, the archaeologists, they believe that the population of the people on that time was something like 43,000 people lived in Persepolis district or Marvdasht district. So the location is something like 10 kilometers far from Marvdasht, the location of Persepolis, and Marvdasht is something like 50 kilometers northeast of Shiraz, which is one of the Iranian cities. So Alexander the Great. Actually, this is the title of Western. Alexander the Great is the title that the Western countries put for Alexander. he destroyed the treasury of all around the world. He destroyed Persepolis. He burned Persepolis. When? 330 years before the Christ. Something like 2,300 years ago. He burned Persepolis. Since 1979, Persepolis registered as a World Heritage Site, UNESCO site. You can see the size of the empire, the largest empire all around the world, called Achaemenid Empire. So Persepolis somehow was the ceremonial capital for Nowruz. What's Nowruz? Nowruz means New Year. Iranian New Year called Nowruz, the first day of spring. 21st of March, we celebrated Nowruz. Spent 13 days celebrating Festival of Nowruz. So all delegation, all nations from different corners of Achaemenid dynasty, including 23 different nations, they came to Persepolis to join to the festival, which was called Nowruz Festival. So they brought their magnificent gifts from their nations. So structures and location of Persepolis, as I mentioned, 10 kilometers far from Marvdasht, and also the altitude of Persepolis is around 1,770 meters above the sea level. The platform of Persepolis, which is the material is limestone actually, has height of 8 to 18 meters above the Marvdasht plain. The size of Persepolis is around 125,000 square meters. 125,000 square meters, which is the length is equal to Acropolis in Athens. But the width is something like 5 times bigger than Acropolis. The great inscription of Darius the Great in cuneiform language, in cuneiform inscription, he mentioned that before he created, it was nothing there. He was somehow like the founder of Persepolis. So it's clear because of the inscription that we have in Persepolis. Attention to the gate. This is the gate of civilization. The gate of all nations. Me, myself, I put the name, the nickname of Persepolis, we could say the first United Nations, instead of the United Nations, which is located in New York right now. The first United Nations was in Persepolis because 23 different nations entered to the festival which was held in Persepolis. So this is somehow like the gate of all nations, because all the delegation has to pass through to this gate to reach to Apadana Palace. So 612 square meters, the size of this waiting hall, we could say waiting hall or waiting palace, because all delegation, one by one, delegation by delegation, they had to enter to this magnificent palace and wait there to enter to Apadana Palace, which was the ceremony and festival happened and held there in Apadana. This is the recreation or restored pictures of Apadana. Apadana designed by Darius. Apadana means audience hall, like the private or public audience hall that we have in other civilization. Apadana was somehow like the audience hall. The time that he started to build Apadana was 515 BC, including 72 columns. The capital of columns, we had double head lions, double head bull, and also in some part of Persepolis you can find double head griffin, which is one of the Iranian or Persian legendary animals. So Eric Schmidt said the highest and the most magnificent palace in Persepolis is Apadana Palace, which was the hall for all the delegation. The capacity of Apadana Palace was something like 10,000 people. Huge size of the palace. The most famous part of Apadana is the eastern staircase of Apadana. The eastern staircase of Apadana Palace, we have relief of all 23 different nations. Those came to Persepolis and they buried the gift. According to the relief, you can see that they are carrying their special souvenirs as a gift to the king. Actually, it was not mandatory, but it was the great tradition to bring their own souvenirs and gift to the king. And they offering to the king their special gifts. You can see the location of all nations. From west, somehow like Greek or Lydians, to east, India, north, Saka, and to south, Egypt. Huge size of empire. This is statue of Darius the Great, the greatest, one of the greatest king in Achaemenid dynasty. According to relief and also the patterns that we have here and there, I mean the west and right and left side of the statue, beside of the feet of the king, you can see all nations in oval shape, which is called cartouche. So this is somehow like Iranian or Persian identity to recognize very well the story. So the first delegation called Median, including 9 people. They are first in the procession, suggesting that they are the closest relative to Persian. That's why they are in the first. Their clothing, the leather pants and boots, and the leader of group, who is Median, he were the Median daggers. The typical hat, the typical Median hat they wore, and also their gifts, including the pitchers, the bowls, bracelet, and also clock. And also trousers. Their location, the location of Medians, is in western side of Iran. The satrap leading the group. So, satrap who was governor leading the group. Each delegation was controlled and led by one satrap. We have two different types of satrap, Persian or Medians, because I mentioned the Medians were one of the closest relative to Persian empires. So each delegation divided by one cypress tree. If you attention to the red laser point, you can see this is the cypress tree. From this one to the next cypress tree, which is here, right and left side of the relief, this is whole delegation of Medians. So each delegation divided by one cypress tree. The next delegation, Elamite dynasty. Their land is in southwest part of Iran, in Khuzestan province. Actually, Khuzestan province is the richest province in Iran. Still now, we have lots of oil plateau there. So the numbers are 6 people wearing special 6-hole style boots. And also they are wearing mithra, hair trap. They are completely unarmed. And their gift, decorated bows. You can see the bow here with double head duck decoration. This is the head of the duck, which is the decoration of the bow. And also there is Persian dagger here with the handles. The most important gift from Median is lion. They are carrying the lions. And attention please, this is the only female relief that we have in Persepolis. This is the female lion. And it seems that she's angry and worried about the cups. There is 2 cups that these 2 Medians are carrying. So probably we believe that this special gift, which is the most important gift in Eastern staircase of Persepolis, was sent to the Persian hunting park, or we could call it Paradisia or paradise. The next is delegation called Armenians. Their location is in northwest part of Iran. They are including 3, and they wear the Median dress because the location is very close to the Median lands. Their gift is the horse with the woven tail and the dog with eagle-shaped. So this is the eagle-shaped dog, which is called Homa in Persia. Again, delegation led by Persian satrap. You can see the first man, the first person is Persian satrap. The next, you can see the dog with the griffin here on the left and right side. Aryans Western Afghanistan. You can recognize by double-humped camel. And also we call them the noblemen. They wear the medium pants and also long boots. Multi-layered shawl to cover whole face because their location is in desert. Because of dust and also because of temperature, they prefer to cover their face totally with the multi-layer shawl. Their gift are 2 bowls, you can see. And also double-humped camel. And the last one, attention to the last members of the delegation. Probably he's carrying skin of wild animals. It seems that this is the skin of black panther. It seems that the skin of black panthers because of the tail especially. And look at the tiny small bell at the neck of the camel. The next delegation, Babylon, everyone knows their location is in modern Iraq, in Mesopotamian civilization. There are 6 people led by Median satraps. Their gift is shallow bowls and clocks and humped bull. In this case, you can see the friendship that they had on that time. This is satrap leading the first member of delegations. And on the left, you can see this is one of the magnificent carpet that we believed, positive carpet, which was found in Siberia. The next, Lydians. Their location is in western part of Turkey. There are 6. And they wear the conical hat. Look at the hat. And also the bowl and the armlets. You can see the armlets, the metal armlets with the griffin patterns. This is exactly the griffin patterns and also the armlets. Next, Arahusian. In modern Afghanistan, we could say Kandahar, the land of Arahusian. They are wearing medium pants and also multi-layer scarves. Again, like the Aryans, they wear the same, almost same type of scarf or shawl. Their gift in clothing, deep bowl, and also double-humped camel, which has, again, tiny small bell. If you attention here, again, is the black panther here, the last members carrying the black panther. The next is Assyrian. Their location is in modern Iraq. Again, Mesopotamia. There are 7 long clock. They are wearing long clock, like the Arabs, those wearing long clock nowadays. The tiny scarf and look at the step, which is decorated with in the shape of butterfly. in this part. They are carrying two beautiful wrens and also clock again, which is their special gift. And the Persian you can recognize by the hair, by the hat, leading the group, which is somehow like the satrap. The next, Cappadocia. The Cappadocians, their location is in southern part of Black Sea in Turkey. The ancient people of southern Black Sea, including 5 people. There is clock on the shoulder, which is their special gift. And also, the bridal-wise stallion with tied mane and tail. You can see this part and that part of the horse. The Median leading this delegation. The next, Egypt or Egyptian. Their location was exactly in southern side of Persian Empire. Most of the relief unfortunately destroyed, but at least we could count the numbers of the delegation, including 6 people. With the bare feet, you can see that they had no shoes or sandals. But the first members, who was satrap, he has the 6 hole-pointed shoes or boots. Just like clock, we could recognize by the first and the last members of the delegation. The 5th person, the last one, he is carrying a strong ox for plowing oxen, for the farming. Saka, nomad with the pointed hat. Name of the nomads in Central Asia. They are totally armed. You can see that they are carrying daggers. This is the daggers that all of them are armed. So somehow like the Massaget, some believe that these delegation during the time of the war between Cyrus and Saka, they killed Cyrus the Great in 529 BC. That's why they are always armed in relief. So they are carrying again the bridle-wise stallion, the armlets, you can see the armlets, and also bracelet and overcoat. And the last one is something like the coat. The Median satrap leading this delegation, you can see by the hat, you can recognize. The next, Greeks. Western Turkey, Western modern Turkey, Ethnic Greeks or Greek-speaking people of Turkey. The large numbers wearing flannel and cloak with thin fabric. Their gift, including cups and bowls and vessels, woolen coat, and also floated fabric, this one and that one. Probably this type of textile are colorful blankets. The next, Bactrians, North Afghanistan and south part of Uzbekistan. There are 4 who live in northern side of Afghanistan and also accompanied by a double-hemmed camel. This one, with the tiny bell here, including little bell and also the bowl that they are carrying. Deep and shallow bowls are their gifts. The satrap is Median again. Gandharians, northwest of Pakistan, including 6 people, armlet tunic, their dress, and also they are carrying and offering buffalo. 5 lens and also large round shield are their gifts. The next one, Parthians or Parthians. There are 4. Waistcoat and loose trouser is their dress. Their gift is double-hemmed camel. And also beautiful cups and bowl. The Median lead this delegation. The next, Sagartians, central part of Iran. Their land is somehow like the city of Yazd nowadays, in central part of Persia. Their location is beside of Medians. 5 people dressed exactly like the Medians. The next, and Sogdians, central Uzbekistan. We will talk about this nation later because we are focusing to this nation. They are in central part of Uzbekistan, including 5 people. They are bringing armlets, daggers, and double-face ox. Indian is the next delegation, including 5 people. They are carrying spices or gold and also zebra and double-faced ox, fighting ox, I mean. Thracians, modern Turkey or Macedonia. They are carrying the horses and round shield. The next, Arabs, leading by satrap, Persian satrap. They are in southwest part of Persia. Beard are smooth and also they wore sandals. Their gift, flooded clock and also camel. The next, Carians or Zarangians. Their location is in southeastern side of Iran, close to Pakistan, at the border of Pakistan and Iran. They wear the Median clothes and also long cloak, smooth hair, and their gift is shield and spear. Next is Libyans, northwest of Egypt. There are 3 without caps, and also they are bringing and carrying chariot and African castle. This is the African castle. The last delegation, Nubians, There are 3 woven hair, and also the front skirt is open. They are barefoot. The leader or the satrap is Median. Their gift is ivory. This is the ivory, and also the animals, it seems like giraffe. Their location is in southern side of Egypt and Sudan. So comparison between Persian ethnic group and also the ancient civilization in Korea. This is the delegation that I mentioned, that I want to focus on it. Sogdia was the central part of road from Mediterranean to Near East and also to Far East, Central Asia, between the steppe of Massaget. In the northwest of nowadays Khwarezm, we call it Khwarezm, in south of area, which is in Afghanistan, and southeast of Bactria and Marv of nowadays, which is called Margina. Faragna Valley in northeast of Sogdia, which was part of Silk Road. So these are the special things that I found in Archaeological Museum of Iran, which is very similar to this historical ancient object in Huangdangugi. If you attention, the size, the shape is very similar to each other's. So this is the location of Archaeological Museum, which is located in Tehran. And also the daggers and the others object that we have in Archaeological Museum of Iran. This is another one, the armlets with the griffin patterns, which is almost looks like it's the same as the object that we have in Huangdangugi. So I would like to show you one of the animation that I prepared. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for attention. 감사합니다.